Hi, my name is Stephanie Gelinas, and I am a city councilor for the city of Lewiston, Ward 7. And I come to you today to talk a little bit about some amazing work that's being done by some of our local agencies here in our community during this COVID-19 pandemic. And so I want to welcome Erin Guay, who's here with us today. She's Executive Director from Healthy Androscoggin. Welcome, Erin. Could you just start off by talking a little bit with the community about the work that your agency does?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Thank you so much for having me, Councilor. Healthy Androscoggin is a public health nonprofit that serves Androscoggin County, and our mission is really to promote healthy living and also to create a community that's supportive of healthy living. We have 5 main goals: promoting physical activity and healthy eating, preventing childhood lead poisoning, preventing substance misuse, and also supporting tobacco-free lifestyles. So we do that in a number of different ways. Some of that's through direct education. For instance, we hold healthy eating classes throughout the community. We educate about how to clean lead safe for healthy housing. But we also are trying to ensure that everybody has access to the things that they need so that they can live a healthy lifestyle. So we are products of our environment, and we know that we need to have access to transportation and healthy housing and healthy food access as well. So we work on those issues by partnering with other organizations.
Well, that's all good work, and we appreciate that work that's being done. Can you talk a little bit, given the whole COVID-19 pandemic, how has your role as an agency and a leader of that agency changed in the past few weeks?
Sure. Like everybody else is experiencing, things have changed pretty quickly, and we realized that what we wanted to do first and foremost was talk about basic health and safety around COVID-19 and make sure that people were getting good information from reputable sources. So we've taken main CDC messages and made sure that those were available to the public, both through our website, which is healthyandroscoggin.org, as well as through our Facebook page. We also wanted to make sure that those messages were accessible to everybody in our community. So we've made sure to partner with other organizations and the city of Lewiston to get messages out in multiple languages. So if you go to healthyandroscoggin.org and then the COVID-19 page, there is a sub-page for information for new Mainers. And we've got videos on there with translated information, as well as we just put up some resources where the spiritual leaders of the New Mainer community have talked about physical distancing, but at the same time making sure that that doesn't mean that people aren't socially connected. So there's some great messages there, and the Lewiston mayor also shows up in those videos as well. Another thing that we've been working on is we know that accessing food is harder now than it has been in the past, whether that be because of financial difficulties in the household, or getting to the grocery store safely, or accessing food pantries. So we've been working with our partners at Good Shepherd Food Bank to make sure that information about food pantry closures or changes in distribution are listed on their website. And in addition, sometimes we know people need printed information, so we've taken the whole list of local food pantries and updated their hours of operation or how they might be doing things differently, and we've put that all into one sheet. That also includes information on the WIC program, the SNAP program, TANF, and the state of Maine has actually relaxed some of the requirements on those different programs, which is important for the public to know. So we've explained that all in those resources. So I encourage people to check that out. And then finally, I wanted to mention that we're working in an area that we never thought we would be working in, which is standing up a shelter, a wellness shelter for the homeless. And we've been partnering with the City of Lewiston on that, and CMMC and St. Mary's, and then Community Concepts has really stepped up as well as a partner. And we've noticed that the traditional shelters have less capacity right now for the homeless because whereas before they might have 2 people in a room, now they can only have 1 person in a room. So that means their overall capacity is less. So what we're doing is we're trying to work together to get the supplies that we need and protocols to make sure that we can have a shelter where people can stay safe and healthy during this time of the COVID-19 pandemic.
That is just a tremendous amount of work and effort being put forward, and thank you so much for that. I know, if I could segue, I know another mission, another purpose of your agency has been about keeping people healthy too. And here we are at a time where we're, quarantining, and can you speak a little bit about some ideas about how people can try to stay healthy during a time where we're all kind of locked up. What can you speak to about that?
Sure. So in addition to sort of our COVID-19 specific work, we're also thinking about our traditional mission and how to help people be healthy, whether that be staying off tobacco or substances or eating right, exercising, all of those sorts of things. So one of the things that we've done is we've moved our tobacco support group, which is held weekly Thursday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. That's traditionally been in person, and anybody's welcome to show up. It's free and open to the public. We've changed that to be a Zoom call for folks so that we could be making sure we're not spreading the virus around. That is facilitated by somebody who is a former tobacco user themselves. And we have people join that group that are looking to quit smoking sometime in the future. Maybe they don't even have a quit date yet, as well as folks who have quit 20 years ago and still find the support really useful to them. One bonus to having Zoom available right now is that we actually have attendees statewide, not just in Androscoggin County. So if that's something that you're struggling right now with, if it's tobacco use, and that could include vaping as well, I'd encourage you to go to Healthy Androscoggin's website or to our Facebook page, and we post that Zoom information for everybody. In terms of healthy eating, I know that it can be a challenge to eat healthy. Everybody is talking about how easy it is to snack all the time when you're home, and I totally relate to that. So we've been posting some healthy eating videos on our website as well. The most recent one is actually on our Facebook page, and we had one of our nutrition educators roast squash a lot of people don't know what to do with squash, how to cut it, how to prepare it, how to roast it. So Emily Smith, one of our nutrition educators, did a great job with that video, and it's really professional looking, I will say. So check that out. And then also, we've been thinking about how the importance of nurturing relationships, not just because of COVID and that we should all be checking in on one another, but also nurturing relationships is really important for substance use prevention. The studies that we have show that both youth and adults benefit if they know that there are folks that care about them and are thinking about them constantly. So this is a really great time for people to be reaching out to their loved ones to just see how they're doing, and that can have the added benefit of helping them stay away from substances as well.
Erin, I wanted to do this interview with you today because I was aware of just how much work your agency's been doing, and I'm so thankful that you came in today just to share the volumes and talk about some of these resources that are available. And I speak on behalf of the city when I say thank you for taking the time to come down today and to do this, this sort of interview discussion with me. Thanks.
Thanks so much for having me, and thanks to all the community partners that we work with on this work. We're all in it together.